How many levels above you should you recommend you fight fight guys? Like like
Uh,
like for example, I'm level 7. Should I go into like how many levels above should I say? No, I'm not gonna fuck with them.
uh, I mean, it doesn't hurt to give them a try, right? And if they feel like they're too much to handle, then I guess just come back. But
So if they're 5 levels above me, just try to give them a try.
uh, I would say maybe if they're 2 or 3 levels above you. But if they're
Five.
five, you could try it out if you want. I mean, you have the freedom to do it and try it out. But if but because if they're too difficult, you can always just come back. But
Yeah, this one guy one shot killed me.
oh,
That probably shouldn't be fucked with them. Okay. So sure there's other areas I can
well,
go.
you're gonna hit them with that pull up. You're gonna be back. You're gonna be like level 10. You're gonna be like, you remember me, bitch?
Yeah. Yeah, that motherfucker. That son of a bitch killed me with the quickness, son. Yeah. Thanks for introducing me to this game, son.
Oh,
This
no
game is the
problem.
bomb.
Glad you like it.
I don't even know. Wow. For the most part, are you playing on your own or are you playing with these other people that come to fight with you?
Uh, I played with in the entire game. The only people I played with on my playthrough
Yeah.
were 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 the NPCs they gave you on the quest. That was it. But I didn't play with any other. Like I didn't play with Bryson or anything. Bryson he did want me to help him on some parts of the game he was having trouble with, but I didn't he didn't come in my world or anything.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not surprised. You don't ever really need any help. In
Well,
fact, I don't think you ever asked me for help on any of your games. Maybe like one was uh when you're trying to fight that dragon in that one game. But that's about it.
that was back when we were trying to do all the bosses.
Yeah.
I came into your world and you come into my world, but we never beat the dragon
Well, I did.
together.
Yeah. Well, I never beat him at all.
I beat him. I
Even with you, I don't think I beat him.
I heard that he's harder to fight the more people you have in there. And then
You, I think
after I beat him, I agree with that because when I finally decided to just do it by myself, I beat him on the first try. It's a certain method to it though. He can still fuck you up, but there's a method to it. It's basically you just gotta run away. uh, that's really the only way you can reliably beat him is anytime he does the attack. You can dodge into it and all that stuff like you normally would with a boss. The problem is the amount of damage that you would be able to get off of that from him doing all that, and the amount of risk that there is isn't worth it. So it's better to just run in and get one or two hits off and then run away, because if you get too close to him, it's really hard to get out, right? And if he hits you even like one time, he'll demolish your health bar. He does so much damage. It's crazy the amount of damage that he does. And some of and that wasn't even on New Game Plus or anything, you know. And some of his moves can one shot kill you. It's like his laser. He had a laser beam attack. If that hits you in the right angle, if it hits you in the right angle, it would kill you in one hit. Right. So I was like, I just took everything that I knew about him from when we were trying to do it, and I applied that to when I was just trying to solo it. And the reason why it's easier, there's a reason why it's easier to do it by yourself versus trying to do it with other people. It's because his moves are like he's like the game kind of gives you a hint of it, like he's really angry when he fights, so his moves are very sporadic and kind of just random. So it's not like he has it's not like he has different combos, so it's like you can kind of tell what combo he's doing. But as far as to like what combo is gonna come out or whatever, or what move is gonna come out or whatever, it was kind of like when you had the more people you had, the more random it was. You know what I mean? So and another thing is he had a way to basically in any direction that he was facing,
Oh,
he had a way to
just
hit.
one second. Just one second. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's this game. You're just sitting around, just chilling. It tells you to go get something. You don't even know you're about to play because it says it's this new style, and and then I just drop down. This guy don't even seem like he's a threat. All of a sudden, he's a threat, and he just fucking kills my ass.
Uh,
Anyway, go ahead. What are you saying?
but I was saying is so how he fights is he basically has a way that hits you no matter which direction he's facing. Right, like so if you're behind him, he has an attack to hit you when you're behind him. He has an attack that hits you when you're on the side of him, and he has an attack to hit you when you're in front of him. Well, obviously, right? But the problem is that sometimes these attacks come out at the same time. So he could be attacking behind him while he's attacking in front of him at the same time, which is I don't know too many bosses that can do that unless it's like a area of effect attack. But he doesn't. It's not an area of effect attack that he does. He just has an attack where he can attack behind him and in front of him at the same time, and that's kind of why it's really difficult to kind of determine what the hell he's doing when there's multiple people and they're fighting him, because he'll randomly switch targets and then he'll just start swinging parts of his body around like his tail or his wings or something, and then they would just hit you, and it was hard to figure out when he was going to switch targets, which would cause people to just die a lot because they were getting hit by stuff that they couldn't even predict was coming. That's why the more people are in there, the more random he was. And I was like, the more people that were trying to fight him and trying to hit him, the harder he became. Because not only does he have a crap ton of health, but he does have a lot of damage. That he can one shot kill you, right? And if you get hit like even once or twice or so, you're pretty much done. You know.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you were like right up on him, it was really hard to get out because he's so big. You know what I mean?
Well, I would say he was probably the first one that I one shot killed.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, sir. I know you always like, what the fuck? I'm having a serious conversation.
Yeah.
Bryce is probably dealing with so used to having a routine, and then having to be out of his routine now. That's got to be rough.
Well, it's only rough. It's a routine that you actually want to be in, right? I feel like if it's a routine that you don't really want to be in, eventually you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is great."
Oh my god! See, I hate this kind of game because when you get these fucking areas where like you're talking about the other day about the wall. You
Yeah.
kind of the little small areas where you have no choice. You got to fight in the fucking blocks. It's like it's hard to maneuver, right? Because it's hard for me to get an angle to see what the guy's moves are. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I complained about it a lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to get annoyed with it because I'm in an area now where I have no choice. I got to fight him inside this fucking place, but I can't really get him because it's hard for me to see because I keep going against the wall, and I have no choice but a wall. There are nothing but walls around me.
I would say, I still think my, I still think the one thing about the game that kind of just upsetting to me is the fact that um you can't run in, you can't run around in the open world with people, especially on midnight. I feel like it would have been really fun to do that on midnight because on midnight those bandit outposts, they're not like they're not like anything else. Like they be doing some bullshit. you know, I like them. I think they're fun. I just think it would have been
Oh
funner to
god!
do with.
Wait! Oh, this is bullshit! Goddamn, this is bullshit! Oh my god! God killed him. But fuck it was. Is there a lot of those walls? Is there a lot of that?
I don't know what area you're in.
Well, I can tell you, it's basically like
Well,
fighting in a refrigerator. So I just had to go get this guy where I learned a new fighting something whatever combat style, and uh, I can tell you that I could barely move. I was like, let me see.
yeah.
I better really start studying these moves. I guess there's so many of them. Oh, I guess it depends on what weapon I have. Let's see. Oh, I'm starting to understand this thing. I didn't understand it before, but now I'm good. Oh my God, son! I just discovered something. It
Yeah.
takes me, studying these games, and I'm not quick. I'm not as quick as you are. You have a gift for this stuff, but once I just kind of start looking at it and committing myself to it, uh, uh, I started understanding stuff.
Mm.
Oh my God, I can't wait to fuck news up with this motherfucker. Oh man. Oh my God, I'm gonna fuck news up, son. Hey, is there a way we can fight each other?
Fight each other?
Yeah.
Like, no, no, I don't think there's any
Oh
PvE in
my
this game.
God, that would have been so nice. Cause for you, just for me to practice with you, I know
Oh
you would
yeah.
kick my ass, but what I'm saying is, it would be nice if we could practice against each other. Man, that would have broke the game. You
It would have
know?
broke the game.
Yeah, it would have broke the game.
Who knows? Maybe in the future. But I think that they had a game before this one called Wulong Fallen Dynasty, and the PvP wasn't too bad in that game. However, I do think they would have to rework the game a little bit, as it works right now. I don't know why they did this, but this is how the game works. For some reason, when Blade Blade twins fight against each other, I don't know why they did this, but for some reason they when they hit each other, like with the parries, it kind of like and I think the reason why I don't know why like that they could change it for player v player and player v boss because there are some bosses that can also parry, and then when they parry you, it kind of just stops your combo, like straight up just stops your combo, right? But they could change it when a player parries another player, where it's similar instead of stopping your combo, they could make it similar to Wulong Fallen Dynasty, where you could still continue attacking, but when you get parried by other players, it just like breaks it damages your posture or like makes you run out of stamina quicker or something like that, right? But then they would also kind of have to, when it comes to player v player, they would also either have to increase the stamina or decrease the amount of stamina it drains to attack or parry or whatever. So I think they would make it the parry take a little bit of stamina, like a tiny bit of stamina away, and if they parry your like the because you do have an ending move like an ending attack in your combo string, and usually when you parry guys, it only stops them or staggers them when you parry the final move in their combo. So if their combo only has one attack and you parry that, they get staggered. And if their combo has like 5 attacks, if you parry the 5th attack, they get staggered. So if they make it like that, where it's for players versus players, then I could definitely see PvP working. But if it's parry, if it's like you get parry with any attack, then I just don't see it being very fun because all people would try to do is parry. The incentive to attack would be so small that all the only thing that people would try to do is parry, right? And that then you basically would just have a game of people staring at each other, waiting for the other player to do a move. That doesn't sound like it would be that fun. But like I said, they can rework it to be more like Wulong, and I hope that at some point, if they ever come out with a DLC or an expansion or whatever for the game, that they do some kind of PvP like that because I think it will help the longevity of the game. But the game came out this year, so who knows what they have in plan. There's still a chance that they might add more stuff because in Nioh 1, I do know in Nioh 1 they actually added PvP onto the game. The game didn't originally come out with PvP, but later on they added PvP to the game. Even though the PvP was terrible, but in Wulong it wasn't so bad. Wulong, the PvP was pretty good. Very fast paced though, maybe a little too fast paced because fights could literally last in like 2 seconds. Some of them were cool, but other fights are kind of like, yeah, you know. I thought it was a good. I thought as far as Souls-like games go, it was probably one of the better versions of PvP in Souls-like games. Because another only other game I could think of that had PvP like that at least that I've played, was uh, Lords of the Fallen, and PvP in that game was very broken. Like I remember a guy invaded me, and he was spamming. He kept hitting me, but he was spamming one move over and over and over again. And I got to like very low health, and I said, "Well, fuck it, it's now or never." So I just started spamming my light attack, and I killed him in like 2 hits. It took him like 5 hits to get me to low health. It took me like 2 hits to kill him instant, like just kill him like straight like flat like just straight up. What?
No, I said, wow.
Yeah, I just don't think the PvP was very well balanced in that game. I don't know what level he was, but whatever level he was, I was definitely a lot higher level than him or something because it was kind of like he was hitting me a lot, and I was able to survive pretty much everything he threw at me. But the minute I decided to hit him, he kind of just died. I wouldn't even be surprised if he raged about that because it was like how is he evading the world of somebody who can kill him in almost one hit? don't feel bad about it though, because he was kind of playing. He was the way he was playing was kind of annoying. So I don't feel bad about it. I was fighting like 50 dudes at the same time. He kept on spamming crap at me, so I don't feel bad about it. I can understand his frustration if he was frustrated about it, but I don't feel bad about it though.
Yeah. Man, how long you pick up shit so fast, son? How if I pay for like you to learn how to speak a different language, like say Italian, how long do you think it would take you to pick up?
Hey, you mind if I ask why Italian? Why did you say Italian specifically?
So you could talk to Italian women for me.
Yeah, yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay, well, here's the thing. I kind of equate learning a different language similar to learning an instrument. Uh, it's way more difficult unless you know how to learn. You know what I mean? It's like there's very specific methods to practicing and to learning stuff. And like an instrument, you can learn how to play an instrument, and you can try to learn by yourself, but unless you understand the technique or the method of practicing the instrument, it could take you like way longer. Like I'm talking about years before you really make any good progress. Where if you get taught how to actually practice and with the actual real methods of learning how to play it, then it could take you maybe like a week, a couple weeks, or a month. Now I don't think when it comes to a language, obviously there's so many words and so many different dialects and lingo that like slang and stuff like that you would have to understand. So I think obviously it would take you way longer to ever learn. Oh, that would take you way longer to learn a language than it ever would take you to learn uh, an instrument, right? But I just think that there is a specific method to actually learning languages. Unless you know how to practice that method, then I don't think you would be very fruitful in studying that language. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like when I was learning sign language, I was able to learn. I'm really rusty because I haven't been practicing my sign language at all. But it's in my mind enough where if I start looking at it and I know how to practice it. Where if I were to pick it up again and start practicing it, I would remember a lot of the stuff that I learned, right? But I was in that class environment where my teacher was fluent in sign language. She uh, knew how to get us to practice it, and she had like all these different types of tools that she were giving us to kind of understand. Like it's kind of like I think I don't know how good this app is, but I think it's an app called I don't know if you ever heard of it. I think it's called Duolingo. I think um, it's an app that's supposed to teach you different languages that you want to learn, and it's kind of strict, like an actual teacher, uh, where it gives you different words, and then it'll ask you to like learn the word, and then use it in a sentence, or give you different sentences using that word, and asking you what it means, giving you different tasks to really understand the definition of that word in that language, right?
yeah.
Kind of as an example, what some of the stuff I've seen it do, and then it will also send you like it'll send you like what am I trying to say notifications when it's time for you to practice or reminders for you to practice and stuff. I don't know how effective it is actually teaching people how to speak different languages, but I do know that that is an option out there for people to learn different languages if they want to. Are there any languages that, besides Italian, that you would like to learn? That
Sorry, I was just taking out of this bitch. Um, besides Italian,
yeah, besides Italian, is there any other languages that you like to learn?
uh, I, I guess hmm, maybe French.
French.
Yeah, that probably won't be too bad because French women are cute.
This is all because of women.
Yeah, wow. Why the fuck? Why is I want to talk to no dudes?
But
I'm learning. I'm learning. I want to learn to talk to people and the women.
yeah, you think so one tracked. Yeah. How come you never thought about, hey, let me learn some difficult ass language so I can impress women who don't even speak that language?
Huh?
Let me learn some difficult ass language so I can speak to women who don't even speak that language to impress them.
They don't speak what language?
Whatever language, like for example, they say Japanese is a hard language to learn. So you learn Japanese, and you're like, "Yeah, girl, I can speak Japanese," and she like, "Wow, that's impressive." And then she could go tell all her friends, like, "Hey, this man, uh, he, he, he's so handsome, and he's bilingual. He's bilingual. He can speak multiple different languages. Oh wow, that's amazing. That's amazing." And she could talk to all her friends about you, about how you're bilingual and know all these different languages. You ever think about that?
I'm sorry, I was killing somebody. Say what you say?
Sorry, I was killing somebody.
I gotta get it on tape. I'm sorry. I just want to say I gotta get it on tape.